This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Bahamas is the first country in the Caribbean to join the Agriculture Innovation Mission for Climate, Aim for Climate initiative. Aim for Climate is a joint initiative of the United States and the United Arab Emirates. U.S. President Biden is a major supporter of the climate initiative, which was discussed at the recent United Nations Food Systems Summit. Jcn Saunders has more on the Bahamas' involvement in this initiative.
The United States Embassy and the government of the Bahamas on Wednesday announced the Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs decision to join the Agriculture Innovation Mission for Climate, or AIM for Climate. U.S. President Joe Biden previewed the Aim for Climate initiative at his Leadership Summit on Climate in April, before it was advanced at the recent United Nations Food Systems Summit to be officially launched in November of this year. During the UN Summit in New York, the Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs presented its 5-year strategic plan. We caught up with Minister Responsible Clay Sweeting on Wednesday on his way to Harbour Island, and he told us what the government has suggested in the strategy plan.
Well, that page, 5-page strategic plan, goes in accordance to the what we signed with the United States, which would enhance our cultural aspects in regards to climate change in the fishery sector as well as the agricultural sector. So this will help enhance all the projects we have ongoing.
The minister went on to say the Bahamas' plan supports greater diversification in the blue and green economies, promoting long-term sustainable development. Additionally, the plan calls for the Bahamas to increase investment in climate-smart agriculture. Minister Sweeting explains.
Well, climate-smart agriculture would mean looking at ways of enhancing or decreasing our utility bill in regards to solar farming, modernizing the techniques. This would of course be discussed further at the COP26 conference in Scotland in the next week. That's a big part of it, is modernizing the industry and being green and eco-friendly.
The U.S. Embassy and the Bahamas government will continue to work together along with regional partners to combat climate change and to transform the Bahamas' food system. While discussing food security, we asked Minister Sweeting to give his view on the current state of illegal poaching from both the South, mainly the Dominicans, and the North, mainly Americans.
Well, the Defense Force has done a good job as of late. The Sandy Bottom Project, which the former PRP administration put $250 million into for funding to ensure that we have the vessels to properly secure our borders, has played an instrumental role in doing that. And because of that, we have also had a lobster catch this year. It's been above normal, and you can finally see the results of projects that have been put in place from years prior.
A small island developing state that has experienced severe natural catastrophes like Hurricane Dorian, the urgency for the Bahamas to join AIM for Climate became clear in order to increase agricultural productivity, improve livelihoods, conserve nature, build resilience to climate change, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Jcn Saunders for Jcn News.
At the start of the week, several international news agencies broke the news of a group of 17 missionaries, including children, who were kidnapped by a gang in Haiti on Saturday past. Today, reporters asked Minister of Foreign Affairs Fred Mitchell what the government is doing to secure the safety of Bahamian officials in Haiti.
There's been no change in the travel advisory. The problem is that the Bahamians have been stuck in Haiti since February, and they need to come home, and I think we have to actively work on trying to change that, to go back to the status quo ante. In terms of the embassy is open again. The latest information I have, we had a team from the Defense Force go in advance to see the security situation. Appears to be okay, but it's watched all the time, and we'll do everything we can to be sure that they're safe, and if there's any problem, we'll pull them out.
Troubles in impoverished Haiti have been the subject of news headlines as far back as February, with the most recent being the assassination of Haiti's president, Jovenel Moïse. Back in February of this year, a travel ban was issued on Haiti, citing a decision to block travelers for 3 weeks to celebrate Carnival. Before the ban, the country had direct flights to Haiti. Since February, the ban has been extended. Two natural disasters also hit the island this summer, and in recent weeks, scores of Haitian nationals have been leaving the country seeking a better way of life. Another 44 new infections of COVID-19 confirmed in the Bahamas on Tuesday. The Ministry of Health and Wellness latest dashboard indicating that 349 tests were completed on the same day, resulting in 18 confirmed cases on New Providence, 13 on Eleuthera, 4 on Grand Bahama and Acklins, 1 case apiece on Abaco, Inagua, Andros, and Cat Island, and 1 case with location pending. Total cases in country now at 22,092, and of that figure, 1,167 are active cases. As for hospitalizations, while the number has decreased, it still remains in the triple digits, with 109 people hospitalized. 94 of them are moderately ill, with 15 battling the virus in intensive care. Fortunately, no deaths were reported on Tuesday. The death toll remains at 626, with 59 deaths under investigation. 52 people were reported recovered on the same day, total recoveries at 20,117. In crime news, police making an arrest over on Grand Bahama overnight. A male was arrested in McLean's town, allegedly for cultivation of marijuana plants. Police reports indicating that a team of officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit, acting on information, went to a residence in McLean's town. Upon the officers' arrival, officers executed a search warrant and discovered a green plastic wrapping containing a grassy-like substance suspected to be marijuana. Further, officers followed a footpath from the residence, where they then discovered 33 flower pots with suspected marijuana plants ranging from 1 to 2 feet in height. As a result, an adult male was arrested and is assisting with investigation. Estimated street value of the plants is $33,000. Meantime, over on Abaco, a total of $8,000 worth of suspected marijuana was found in 2 separate incidents. In the first, police from the Marsh Harbor Police Station, acting on information, went to the rear of a residence in Sandy Point sometime around 3 p.m., where officers discovered a white Crocker sack bag containing 3 brown tape packages suspected to be marijuana. No arrests were made in this incident. Now, at the same time, a team of officers from the Moores Island Police Station were conducting routine mobile patrol on the beach at the rear of Moores Island Airport, and while there, discovered 1 brown tape package of suspected marijuana. The drugs weighed in at 5 pounds, with an estimated street value of $5,000. Investigations are being continued into all of these matters. Veteran trade unionist and former Senator Keith Archer lying in state in the foyer of the upper chamber this morning as Governor General Sir Cornelius A. Smith, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper, past and present politicians, and public service union leaders and members of the Archer family all signed the Book of Condolences. Mr. Archer served as senator under the Pindling administration, but he's most remembered for his contribution to the trade union movement, spending some 50 years on the front line of the trade union fight. He was the 4th president of the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Public Service Fred Mitchell describing the trade unionists as a giant who was dedicated to the country.
People see trade union leaders today, but this was a trade union leader, and he was really powerful. And of course, I remember there was a huge strike against what was then called the telco, which actually resulted in the security intelligence and police apparatus having to go in with the riot squad and take people out physically from the in and around the plant. So there's this iconic photograph, I think it's still in the newspaper, of him being carried out by police officers physically. And I said, well, this is a really powerful fellow. And from that, he morphed into a national statesman, served in the Senate, and became a negotiator for labor on behalf of the government.
Here's former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham, who told reporters that former Senator Archer was a good friend.
A very effective trade unionist. I knew him very well. He was very reliable, looked after the interests of his members. He was a good friend of mine, and he made a good contribution to the Bahamas. He suffered in recent times because of ill health, and he's now at peace.
According to the Cabinet Office, a state-recognized memorial service will be held for Mr. Archer on Thursday, October 21st at 11 a.m. at Christ Church Cathedral. The former senator died at his residence on September 25th at the age of 76. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.